Today we're joined by Tara Chase, an Associate Client Manager here at Briotix Health. Tara, welcome to the Spotlight. You recently
Thank you
were
for having
awarded
me.
the 2025 Most Distinguished Athletic Trainer Award from USC. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we would love to hear more about your journey in athletic training, the industrial space, and what you're doing today. But to start at the beginning, where did your journey with athletic training begin?
So I've been in a long time ago at University of Florida, where I got into student athletic training early in the 90s and got my undergraduate degree in athletic training, exercise science. It was there that I honestly thought that I wanted to be the first female NFL athletic trainer. But back in the 90s, that was not an option at the time, even though I didn't take that as a concrete no and kept on fighting. But life takes you other places. So even though I'm an athletic trainer by trade, I did go to massage school and I'm a licensed massage therapist, but then decided to go and get my master's degree and was a graduate assistant, a staff athletic trainer for James Madison University, where I was head athletic training for uh, men's soccer, wrestling, and then the first female athletic trainer for football there in the school history. So
Wow,
that was the
very impressive.
foundation of my athletic training. Yeah.
So obviously, this was really a passion for you that you've taken with you as you've kind of, gone along with your career. What does your activity with athletic training look like today?
It's a lot. It's very involved. So I live in South Carolina, and after grad school, I worked at various universities as a staff athletic trainer and an adjunct professor. And so prior to starting a family, I really thought I was going to stay in the collegiate ring. But again, life happens and takes you different directions, and priorities change. So I hung up the collegiate setting athletic training and the adjunct professor, and took a break and had my children, who were teenagers and 12 months apart. So it didn't leave room to be an active athletic trainer. So I took a year and a half off. But then when I decided to go back, I went into the industrial athletic training with ErgoPlus. Mark Middlesworth took a chance on me. I had no ergonomics background. I had nothing. I had no idea what I was getting into at that time. But that was about a little over 15 years ago. And so I was with ErgoPlus for 14 years and started off as a provider on site for manufacturing facilities and distribution centers. But over the years, I became the Canadian connection and went all over the place from US to Canada doing Ergo Blitz and Ergo projects and comprehensive services. Worked my way up to director of services with ErgoPlus, and then we merged with Briotix Health. But in the meantime, I've been really involved in our state organization for South Carolina Athletic Trainers Association. We were one of 3 states that were not licensed for athletic trainers to practice as licensed medical professionals. So for the last 5 years, I was chairman of our COPA committee, which is Council on Practice Advancement. And I was also part of the task force to help get the licensure law passed. So we are now licensed athletic trainers in the state of South Carolina.
Pretty serious stuff there.
Yes, and I'm not again, I'm a behind the scenes. Let me see what I can do for the next generation and our current community of athletic trainers, because it truly is a large community of athletic trainers, not only in South Carolina but across the country. I mean, it's the foundation of ISMP with Briotics for most of us. So I take it seriously, and I want to, again, like I said, back in the 90s, what I dreamed to do and believed that I was going to do was I was told no the whole time, and I didn't take no for an answer. And so I'm a person that want to open doors for other people. As you know, there are female athletic trainers in NFL now, and so even 15 years ago, manufacturing and distribution centers, nobody heard of the non-traditional athletic trainer going into that, even though that setting's been around since late 80s. So I'm honored to be, one of the few to break some barriers for additional opportunities. So.
No, I mean that's incredibly exciting. With the process of this award, the Most Distinguished Athletic Trainer, what did that look like from the start? Was it even something on your radar? Was it something that you just came out of the blue and you got this information?
Right. A little bit of both. So I did work with the University of South Carolina for 5 years as a staff athletic trainer and adjunct professor, and was very much involved in the athletic department for other administrative tasks and projects. And so I've always stayed in contact with them. In fact, I am a guest speaker for their post-professional graduates, sometimes to speak about the non-traditional athletic trainer. And so I did receive an email asking for nominations, and truthfully, I thought of other people. I did not think about myself. Um, again, as a young professional growing up in this field, I looked at all these older athletic trainers or mentors at the time and thought, well, one day, hopefully that could be me, right? And so apparently I was nominated by four other people, and one of them is a colleague at Briotix Health, Erin Thomas. So extremely thankful to her. And so that was the first step. You get nominated. There's an entire review process, and staff athletics at University of South Carolina, who was the sponsor of the award, decided on me. So I received a communication saying that I was selected, and then there was an award ceremony, which was in conjunction with the post-professional graduates for that program. And they asked me to give a speech for acceptance, and then also what it meant for me to be an athletic trainer and my experience at USC at the time.
I mean, that's some pretty exciting news just come out of the blue like that, especially when you yourself had been asked to provide nominations.
Yes.
When you were up there getting that award, was there kind of like a nice cathartic moment, a full circle almost?
Absolutely. Actually, I'm standing up there, and unfortunately, my daughter couldn't join us. She was, as usual, playing a soccer playoff game for her school, for high
Yeah.
school. But my husband was there. It was our wedding anniversary. My son was there. My mother was able to be there. And these are people, even though they're extremely supportive of me, don't really see that side of me that much. And then to stand up there with doctors and colleagues, and then even the next generation of athletic trainers just staring at me as looking up to me as somebody who's made a difference and made an impact and continues to do so and wants to do so. I definitely had a full circle moment as I thought to myself, I used to be sitting in this audience and looking up at that person and say, I want to be like that person. I want to do this. I want to do that. And then here I am, the the older professional in the room. I mean, even after the award, some of the students came up to me and thanked me, and then also asked me for some advice. So to me, I was definitely a full circle, humble, honored moment. Yeah.
You've come full circle. You've had that nice moment. What are your next steps? Are you planning on continuing your work in athletic training? Obviously, it sounds like it.
Absolutely.
And
Yep.
what kind of things like that have you brought to your work today from, those tips, tricks, advice, learnings from the world of athletic training into this big world of industrial ergonomics?
Right. So every experience that I have either worked or went through, either as an athlete myself, as a coach, or now as an athletic trainer, every experience has taught me more about the person I want to be and the person I want, how I want to manage people, how I want to work with people, the emotional intelligence essentially of dealings with everybody, whether it be from a mentor standpoint, whether it be a client interaction, or even a provider growth, whatnot. So every little bit forms who I am. And this is not the end. This is just another beginning, right? It's to me, it's closing a chapter and starting a new one. To me, it's okay, I earned the most distinguished. And listen, athletic trainers, we don't do this for awards. We're definitely behind the scenes. Every little moment matters, every ice pack, every ankle tape, every ergonomic assessment. But to get an award like this solidifies that I am making an impact. That even though my initial dream could not come true, all my other dreams of doing what I'm doing today has. And I'm not gonna stop here. I'm gonna do the best that I can for Briotix Health currently as an ACM. And truthfully, even though I said I'm not motivated by awards, eventually I would love to be considered for the South Carolina Hall of Fame or even the NATA Hall of Fame. eventually. But that's for a greater impact of what I've done on the profession. So that's why I can't stop now.
Absolutely. Well, Tara, I'm sure I speak on behalf of everyone from Briotix Health. Congratulations. This is a really exciting news. We're so excited to share this achievement. And talking to you, it's very obvious why your coworkers and previous folks in the USC space decided to nominate you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And real quick, shout out to Briotix Health. They have been extremely supportive of my work with them in the short period of time of about 16 months after our merger, and have already treated me as part of the Briotix family, and I don't take that lightly. That means volumes to me. So thank you, and thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you for talking with us today. Tara, once more, thank you for joining us on the Spotlight. It was an absolute pleasure talking to you.
You too. Thank you.